Hey ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from Redolessence. Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate your time and your viewership. It means a lot. Today I'm joined by my friend Carlos.
What's up?
And today we're going to be taking a closer look at a fragrance by the company Zara. And this one is called Zara Extreme 6.0. So make sure to stay tuned. Now, before we begin our fragrance review of Zara Extreme 6.0, a fragrance that came out just last year in 2020, I do want to make sure that if you are interested in fragrance-related content, if you like fragrance reviews just like this, but also top 10 videos, giveaways, unboxings, pretty much anything having to do with fragrances, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. I would really appreciate it. And of course, while you're at it, make sure to subscribe to Carlos's channel as well. His information is going to be down below in the description section. So I recently took a trip to Zara and I noticed that they had a bunch of Zaras on sale, or it wasn't really on sale, but you know, Zara fragrances are rather inexpensive and they're very affordably priced. And so I said, you know what, I can purchase quite a few.
Yeah.
And I purchased, I don't remember which ones exactly. This one was a combination, so it was 6.0, 12.0, $29.90 is the price that I paid for this one. And then I also bought two of the other fragrances from this collection, and they wouldn't sell one or two of them to me because the box was opened. And so I bring it up to the counter and the lady goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I can't sell this to you." And I was like, okay, I understand there's probably like a liability or whatever there. But you know that Zara has a reputation for creating fragrances that are kind of inspired by more popular niche or designer fragrances.
And I got to tell you that I was here just a week ago and he didn't have all these Zaras. I come back and there's a whole bunch of Zara in the house.
Exactly. And that's the thing with my local Zara. They always replenish stock. And so sometimes I'll walk in there, they have like 3 fragrances sitting on the shelf. Sometimes I walk in there and they have, the whole thing is backed up and I don't know what to get. But I looked at these, I saw that they all came out in 2020. I said, you know what, because they're part of a new collection, let me check them out. So this one specifically is 6.0. And the cool thing about this one is they actually have the notes on the bottle. So this has bergamot, pear, iris, leather, cedarwood, and amber. So because you are the guest of honor today, what do you get from this smell?
It smells fresh. The pear is stronger than the pear in a recent fragrance that we both just did, where I got it and you didn't.
It's a bit mild in this, I think, right?
Yeah, but it's there, for sure there. It smells nice. It's very pleasant. I don't know. I'm not blown away, but it smells good.
Yeah.
It smells good. It's pleasant, you know.
Yeah, it's a very safe DNA, I think. With all of the Zaras that I purchased recently, I've been visiting them and revisiting them day after day just to see if I can make more and more connections. This one was a little bit tough for me. As this starts to dry down, I feel like there's a connection to Prada Lum, and I think that that's mainly because of the iris. But this one goes in a bit of a sweeter direction with the pear and the amber and the woodsy facets in the base. So I noticed that nobody made a comparison to Prada Lum online, but they have compared it to one of the Lum flankers by La Nuit de Lum, and then, or by Yves Saint Laurent, excuse me. And they also compared it to Ultramol by Jean Paul Gaultier, which I definitely don't get.
No. It is not as sweet as Ultramol. Now that you mentioned L'Homme, I could see, because L'Homme is very, Prada L'Homme, right?
Prada L'Homme.
The one that I loved and you were...
Yeah, that one.
It smells fresh like that. And that's a good thing, because I do love L'Homme. I'd have to try this on skin, but, you know, it's definitely, it's pleasant. I'd have to see how it wears on skin to see if I love it or not.
Yeah, and also to see how long it lasts, right?
Right.
And
but
so,
they don't typically last long, Zara. They're not known for longevity.
Yeah, unfortunately. In my experience, a lot of Zaras that I have purchased and that I've committed to wearing on skin, they last maybe 4 hours, 5 hours, and it really all depends on the DNA. I know they have like a Santal 33 inspired one, which gives me okay longevity, and then there are others that are inspired by much fresher fragrances and they don't do nearly as well.
But the thing is, if you like it, I don't mind respraying after 4 hours. I always carry my scent of the day in my backpack or whatever I'm carrying that day, typically. If I love the fragrance, if it doesn't last that long, I respray. It's not the end of the world, especially that it's so inexpensive.
That's the thing. I think you can afford to do that with a Zara fragrance. And like I said, this one was $30 for 2 fragrances, and I believe it's 100 ml. So very inexpensively priced. So I feel like the bergamot and the pear are probably the strongest players in here. The bergamot probably being a little bit stronger, just because I get more of a more of a generic freshness from this one. But I feel like the iris really shines in the heart. It's not overly waxy or lipsticky, but it's in there enough to make those comparisons to Prada L'Homme, but a sweeter version of Prada L'Homme, but nowhere near as sweet as Ultra Male by Jean Paul Gaultier. But ultimately, if you are looking for something in the iris family, something that is inexpensive, and you happen to visit your local Zara and you see this on the shelf, definitely give it a try. They usually have a tester out, so at least spray it first and sample it, see if it's to your liking.
Is there a reason why we're not doing the other part that came to this box?
I just like to dedicate one fragrance per
review.
Okay,
that's all. So sorry.
No,
Didn't mean to pry.
No, it's okay. It was a fair question.
Yeah.
Didn't mind answering it. So I do enjoy this one. Of course, I do plan on reviewing the other ones, and I'll make dedicated content for that as well. But keep in mind, this one is going to get you in the vein of 3 to 4 hours longevity. I think this one is appropriate for all occasions, but not all seasons. I think this one is probably best worn in the hotter weather, just because of the lack of longevity and whatnot. But overall, that's it. Those were our thoughts on Zara Extreme 6.0. Thank you so much for being on my channel. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And if you're interested, I would like to do more of these Zara fragrances.
You got it. I'm here.
We'll try them. We'll see what your favorites are. Cool. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. Really appreciate your viewership. It means a lot. Again, if you took something of value from this video, I would really appreciate it if you would consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click on that red button in the corner. And of course, if you are interested in fragrance-related content, make sure to subscribe to Carlos's channel as well. His information is going to be down below. Thanks again for watching. Love you all, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.